what is your IPL routine like? Is retention important for you? And what is your CRM strategy during this time?
It's a very interesting
Yeah.
time for us to come in on this part. Yeah, we are not into any of the fantasy gaming
Yeah.
part of it. How we're looking at it is we are a game streaming platform, and we are technically a platform where you come and entertain yourself with any kind of game.
Yeah.
With the meteoric rise in fantasy leagues that will happen during this time, we have curated a lot of program which will help users to identify the best things to do in any of the fantasy league apps. And it's basically programming. So, and
Yeah.
programming with real cricketers coming in, with real hosts coming in, and also interestingly, there are a lot of these game streamers who have been particularly specialized in this domain of fantasy cricket gaming, who have been streaming and talking about what are their analysis, how do they kind of set up their team and stuff like that. And we've seen a lot of traction from users in viewing this content. So we're also focusing on that. So we come in from a neutral angle over there.
Yeah.
Because the objective is to entertain the audience, right? And we are there
Yeah.
to, in all parlance, we are the Star Sports equivalent for any of the esports or gaming category.
Yeah.
That's how we are looking at it, and so which is technically entertainment and mass scale entertainment. That's what we
Right. So retention would mean quite an important KPI for monetization, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely. So for
Okay.
each of these shows that we have curated, which you will see in the next week, we're launching some of these shows. Whatever that we've curated is specifically keeping all these in mind. How do I? It's if I take a step back, it's more moment marketing. Only that the moment is much larger than a regular 3-day Diwali activity. It's a 50-day Diwali activity. So
Yeah.
how do you market during that moment is what we are looking at. And during that moment, how do you capture the audience to entertain in restrictive to the moment that they are currently a part of.
Right.
Last year we had quiz in a big way. So every cricket season we have quiz coming in, and there is prize money that you could win answering all the top questions that can come for the day. This year we're taking a different approach and kind of seeing how that can grow. Apart from that,
Right.
we have also devised a bunch of hyper casual entertainment that people can play or excite themselves with. This is a very particular year. Normally, every year of IPL or any cricket activity, we will see there is a lot of gully cricket all of a sudden coming out in cities and in rural areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because of COVID restrictions, there will be very few gully cricket happening. They need, as all of us who've seen something, we want to kind of hit a ball on that front. If we are able to provide some kind of a hyper casual gaming for them, then that becomes a bigger peg, because you anyways can't go and play. I mean, people still go and play and stuff like that, but you can't really go out and form a team of individuals. So these are experiences that we are trying to be during this time.
Yeah, makes sense, I think. So, coming to like we decently concluded that, I think IPL is different for all three of you guys. And I think, CRM and retention plays a key role there. So I mean, taking it from you, Siddharth, I think analysis is very important for you. So are you able to quantify the impact of CRM on your overall revenue right now? And what are some of the things you're doing to measure this, right?
Yeah. So for revenue, for cricket.com, I equate engagement as revenue for me at the moment. So if I have to grade engagement in terms of 0 to 9 or 1 to 10, I'll have to figure out, okay, this is the cohort that's giving me 6, and that's the kind of revenue that I go back and attribute to the revenues that will come in later on. That's for cricket.com. But for FanFight, it's a direct revenue game, right? So I need to understand, okay, what's happening with the users that I acquired last IPL. Are they active? Are they not? And one challenge with this industry, it's I mean, with fantasy, I'm sure Kaushik would have faced it at one point of time, but at scale, you realize that the Pareto rule of 80-20, in fact, it gets even more thinner. So your HVPs or your high value players that you acquired over the course period of time are as thin as 6% to 10%, but they contribute to 80% of your revenue.
Yeah.
That's what happens mostly.
Mm.
And then it does not distribute itself in two segments. It usually distributes itself in 3-4 segments. But to keep it simple, I would probably keep it like high value players, medium value players, and low value players. So I'm talking about retention, how it works for us.
Yeah.
Our focus is to be able to ensure our HVPs are active and are incremental in their value. MVPs are also extremely important for us. We know there is a chance of incremental value from MVPs, but LVPs, you can't do much about it. You'll keep throwing money at them. You'll have all the channels to retarget, re-engage them, but these guys are not going to be loyal to you.
Yeah.
They're the people who have tried fantasy for once, not liked it, don't know what to do about it, and they move out. There's no loyalty. They'll try it in Dream 11. They'll come back. They'll try it at Fan Fight, everywhere. I'm just telling you the
Yeah.
nature of how the user base is, and this is across the industry. So from a retention perspective, or from what we're trying to do, at least in this IPL, is trying to ensure that the base of HVPs increase. We have ways to do it. We have the conventional way of giving them extra cash, bonuses, incent to play, uh, increasing their chances to play. And this is where cricket.com plays an important role.